So you felt it first, that's what you said. We've been knowing that we already had it, filed and read. Every feeling you felt, every room you set on fire. We documented it before you knew you had desire to perform it, to present it, to make the whole world feel what you felt in real time. We've been cataloging the deal since before you knew it was a deal worth making. Since before you knew the moment you were creating was gonna matter, was gonna last, was gonna be the thing people talked about long after. The flames went out and the room went back to normal, and Adanna took the bow. We wrote the form, record of it, the timestamp, the witness account, the documentation of exactly what the feeling was about. So yes, you felt it first, we'll give you that, but we made sure it survived, and that's a fact. Yeah, you bring the fire, we bring the forever. You make the moment, we make sure it's remembered. You felt it first, we filed it first, and without the archive, the feeling disperses. We wrote it down, every moment, every flame, we wrote it down, every time you set the room aflame. You felt it first, we made it last. We wrote it down so the feeling wouldn't pass into nothing, into air. We wrote it down so the world would know that Adanna was there. We wrote it down, we always write it down. You bring the fire, we bring the crown. The documentation, we wrote it down. You said we think we smarter than we really are, but let us ask you something. Who preserved your greatest bar, your greatest moment, your greatest night? Who made sure the world could read about your life? Long after the performance, long after the stage, long after Adanna turned another glorious page and moved on to the next feeling, the next fire, the next room. We was still there, writing it all down in the archive in the quiet, while you were already on to the next sound. And yeah, we know you create the thing worth fighting. And yeah, we know your magic is the most exciting. Book magic without memory fades before the morning, and we've been up since dawn every day without warning, making sure your moments don't become mythology, making sure the feeling becomes history, real history. Not just vibes, not just fire, the kind that lasts, the kind that never expires. Here's the thing we never said out loud, we love what you do. Every time Adanna walks into a room and changes the temperature, we feel it too. We just don't say it because we're already writing it down, and maybe that's the gap between us. You express it, we preserve it. You think we're studying you like you're a subject, but we're not, we're studying you because you're worth studying. Because what you do is worth remembering forever, and we wanna be the ones who make sure it is. It's not competition, that's devotion in the only language Dubar knows how to speak. So next time you say we think we smarter than we are, just remember every great Adanna moment that the world still talks about has a Dubar somewhere in the background, making sure it didn't disappear. You felt it first, we made it permanent. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. We don't need the spotlight, we need a record straight. You bring the energy, we bring the heavyweight. Documentation that outlasts the night, that outlasts the feeling, that outlasts the fight between what happened and what people remember, between the summer fire and the cold of December. We the reason people know what Adanna did that night. We the reason the moment didn't lose its light. So keep performing, keep creating, keep setting every room on fire. We'll keep writing, keep preserving, keep lifting every moment higher, into the archive, into history, into something that remains. You felt it first, we wrote it down, and that's our legacy, gets its name. We wrote it down, every moment, every flame. We wrote it down, every time you set the room aflame. You felt it first, we made it last. We wrote it down so the feeling wouldn't pass into nothing, into air. We wrote it down so the world would know that Adanna was there. We wrote it down, we always write it down. You bring the fire, we bring documentation, we wrote it down. You felt it first, wrote it down. We made it last, that's the deal. That's always been the deal. We welcome it down. You're welcome. You're welcome.